If you've ever waited too long for a bus, or squeezed into one that felt more like a sardine can, you're not alone. Belize's public transport system has long tested the patience of commuters, with aging buses, overcrowding, and unpredictable schedules becoming the norm. But one man has been sounding the alarm and offering solutions for decades. Carlos Lopez, a veteran of the transport industry, is widely respected for his deep knowledge and unwavering commitment to better service. From behind the wheel to behind the scenes, Lopez has spent years pushing for change, earning him a reputation as both a pioneer and a people's advocate.
I love being in a bus, I love driving a bus, and all I knew at the time was bus. So that's why I opened the company to provide services for people. And my priority in customers were small children and elder women. I made sure I took care of them.
Lopez began in the 1980s as a conductor. His legacy rolls through the streets of Belize City every day in the form of affordable, comfortable, and accessible city shuttles. Many of them still follow the very routes Carlos Lopez first mapped out years ago. His vision didn't just move people. It moved an entire system forward.
Well, one of the primary things I initiated when I started the bus was a different service at the time. Because at the time there was just regular buses, so I introduced, for the first time in Belize, I introduced Ice. I started off with Ice.
What's that?
Well, at the time, the fuel prices were only $3, so I could actually offer a service, extra service with air-conditioned buses. I pioneered the Westland Diva route from Westland Diva, Central American Boulevard, Yabra and Downtown. I pioneered that bus run to get people to have a service available to go across the city.
For years, Carlos Lopez was the driving force behind city transport. Literally. Through his company, Lopez Shuttle, he set out to raise the bar, offering Belizeans affordable, comfortable, and reliable rides across the city. But today, you won't find Carlos behind the wheel. After surviving 2 strokes in 2023, Lopez now watches the very buses he once drove from a new vantage point, seated in his wheelchair along Princess Margaret Drive. It's a quieter journey, but one filled with reflection and resilience.
I cried many days because I was in bed, I said I was in bed, right? And I couldn't come out at all because I couldn't move. My whole left side died, so I couldn't move, and many days I cried in my bed. But when I got up, I thanked the Lord that He got me up, and now I operate where I come and see the buses operate every day. It was very hard for me to not be driving again.
While at the side of the road or the street, what are you looking to see?
Well, I'm making sure that if it's about even, I'm making sure the headlights are working. I'm checking passengers in the bus to make sure that we're operating in the positive.
Grief doesn't always come with goodbyes at a funeral. Sometimes it's the quiet ache of stepping away from a life you loved. Psychologist Nasima Reyes reminds us that grief can also mean losing a sense of purpose. For Carlos Lopez, that may be the hardest part, watching from the sidelines as the transport world he helped shape rolls on without him.
Grief is any sense of loss, not necessarily with a loved one or death. It's a universal response to, and a normal response to any sort of loss that is causing significant distress within a person.
I grieve that I cannot drive a bus, first of all. And second, this year, January, I lost my mother, so I had extra grief on my heart. But everything, all the grief that I have, I take it to the Lord in prayer, and He soothed my heart.
After years of battling emotional and physical pain, Carlos Lopez has reached what psychologists call the final stage of grief: acceptance. Carlos is learning to embrace a quieter, more reflective life, one grounded in fate.
The Lord have given me strength, because I said earlier I couldn't walk. I was in a wheelchair. I was in a wheelchair. I couldn't walk, and I prayed and prayed and prayed, and the Lord give me the strength, natural strength that I could walk again, because it was so bad I couldn't walk. It was terrible, you know. But thank God that God gave me strength.
It all comes back down to coming to a place of acceptance and recognizing where you are, recognizing what did not work, and how you can move forward with the tools and with the resources that you have.
Lopez Shuttle may have a new face at the helm, but its service is still near to the heart of the Lopez patriarch.
Do you feel fulfilled with the legacy that you've led and you've left?
Well,
Or
to
you're
be honest with
leaving?
you, my heart is a joy, because I'm able to pass on something that I've worked for. My family, my wife, my 2 daughters, and my son have been behind me. And I feel good now that I can leave it to them.
Looking on the bright side, I'm Sabreena Daly.